Are you working on your commercial helicopter pilot rating and getting overwhelmed by all the information, books, iPad apps, all the different things you're trying to go through to get through your helicopter check ride preparation? Would you like some help preparing instead of doing it majority of the time on your own, or even part of the time with your instructor and part of the time at home by yourself? Training that you can use 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can log in and watch while you're home eating cereal with your pajamas on. Then stick with me for about 5 minutes where I can explain to you how we can help you get through the check ride. I'm Kenny Keller, the creator of Helicopter Online Ground School. And we currently have 3 main membership, which are private, commercial, and CFI, which are on the commercial page now for the commercial membership. And right off the bat, I want to make sure you know that with the commercial membership, you get the private pilot membership and also our original modules 1 through 10, which is our original training we went live with back March 2012. You get that along with the private pilot membership, which we're really proud of. We've just been revamping the whole private pilot section, making a better flow, making it more sense, grouping things in proper categories, and our members are really happy with that, and we're really happy with it as well. So you have the private pilot membership, commercial pilot membership. You see me and Gary Cleveland here. We just did a recent commercial check ride with Gary. Gary did his private with me 4 years ago. We used Gary for a lot of the private stuff that we did originally. Then Gary worked with me for his commercial. We just went through his check ride and he did a great job. He did a super job. He's used all of our training, but really stuck real heavy with our original modules 1 through 10. And the thing that I want to tell you right off the bat is the commercial and private check rides are very similar. And I'm going to let you hear right now from just a few weeks ago when Gary finished the check ride, did a quick interview with him and the examiner. I'm going to roll that for you now. All right, Gary's sitting over there grinning. He just got his commercial done. You all know the story. We're here with Randy Sharkey, the examiner that took care of the commercial. And we all want to get home. It's Saturday, but Gary, what do you think between private and commercial? What do you tell someone who's getting ready for the commercial? Just a quick summary of how it went and what was the difference between the two.
Well, I think it went as expected because you prepared me. I had to be a lot smoother. Had to handle emergencies and think through emergencies at the commercial level. And I was able to do it thanks to your training and you flying dual with me. And
thanks for the plug that I didn't ask for, but that's okay. But so it's right. It's what I said. It's the same check ride, pretty much. But you studied exactly what the examiner told you to study. Study the commercial commercial privileges and limitations. What can and I cannot do, and knowing everything to a higher level than you did at the private.
Yes.
So Randy, just quick again for our people that are watching that are privates working on a commercial.
Yeah.
Very simple, just a little recommendation from you for them when they're getting ready.
Absolutely. I mean, there was no doubt that Gary was well prepared for today's check ride. And the biggest difference between the private and the commercial, let's talk first about the ground portion, is that when I ask an applicant for described settling with power as a private applicant, you can be pretty vague and give me some pretty basic answers. When I'm asking that same question to a commercial applicant, we're looking for more in-depth answers, a true understanding of settling with power, and Gary demonstrated that today for us.
Awesome. All right, let's go home.
All right, I'm there.
Comments down below. See you later. That was awesome. It was a great check ride. Gary did well. We have a lot of the ground that we did while we were getting ready to go for Gary's commercial. We have an interview where Gary and I sit for about a half an hour after the check ride, talk about how it went, how he studied. We have other information there from Gary's commercial, like there's a video on the written test, how he prepared for the commercial written. So if you're going for the commercial, you can use the private for everything that you want to need and review. You have commercial specific things in the commercial section. And then if you would decide you want to go to the CFI membership, that includes original modules 1 through 10, the private pilot, the commercial pilot, and then certified flight instructor section, which we just did a recent check ride with Holly Gardell. That went awesome. We filmed the full down auto rotations. She did some classroom filming for me on a few different subjects that came out really well. So that's in the CFI membership. So that's an option for you too. If you want to move back to the store, you can always move to the CFI membership. So next I want to tell you that It is a lifetime membership. As of right now, any membership you join is lifetime. We may change that in the future, but we've been in business now 4.5 years, went live March 1st, 2012. It's been a lifetime membership. We might change it at some point in the future, but that's what it is right now. And I also want to mention, we're extremely proud of our training. We're continually building. We're never done. We're always building and adding, reorganizing, adding new content, and we're really, really proud of it. We've helped people all over the world. A lot of people, some people get our training and prepare before coming to the U.S. to do their check rides in the U.S. or do their training in the U.S. That's one of the things that we do. It's been pretty popular. And we have a 100% money-back guarantee. And I'm not going to harp on and go on about it because we believe in our training. We think it'll help, but we have a 100% no hassle guarantee. So we've had that in place since March 1st, 2012 as well. If you decide the training's not for you, quick email to me just says, hey, the training wasn't for me, like a refund. Very simple, very sweet, and I refund your money. But that is 30 days. You have to ask within the first 30 days for the refund, and that's pretty much it. You know, if the burden is on us to provide you with the value. It's not the other way around. So you can pretty much try it risk-free. And if you're not 100% completely satisfied, we refund your money, no questions asked. I'm going to give you a peek now inside the helicopter commercial pilot section. Current categories, summer 2016, commercial pilot, aerodynamics, airspace. The preparation I did with Gary getting ready for his commercial. More of that here in this section here. A section on weather because people really like to want to dig into weather. It goes far beyond what a person may need, I believe, but for those that really want to dig deep into weather. And then we have some helicopter downloads. And we'll take a look at just one of them. Let's look at the commercial pilot. This is one category. Again, we're into summer 2016. We're working on this one as well, doing some reorganizing, adding new content. But we go through and talk about the special emphasis areas, which is the first thing in the PTS. Things that the examiner has to cover with you during your check ride no matter what. Pretty much anything that I think is commercial specific to help you understand the difference between private and commercial, I've put in there and I'm going to continue to add as we go. I still have content that from the training I did with Gary that we haven't uploaded yet because I'm uploading stuff to the commercial, to the CFI, reorganizing the private. So again, ongoing process, still really proud of it. We have this new progress tracking. So you can see here just an example. I've fully completed this video. I started watching this one, little tiny bit of blue there. This I haven't watched. This I've been all the way through. And I do watch every video, but when I upload them or make changes, I have to go back and watch them so that I can check them and make sure that the video is good or there's something I want to change. So these changes, I change videos. So I want to show you is the progress tracking is very nice because when you come into each category, you'll be able to tell. I mean, you'll want to work through it step by step, but if you want to skip one for whatever reason because there's something coming up you want to cover, it's very easy to come back at any time and go, okay, I've covered all these, but I need to get that one yet. Or you want to go back to a specific section. Of course, you can watch any video as many times as you want over and over again until you have. So that's how the system works. And what I want to show you is when you decide to join our membership, if and when you decide to join, all the products that you have access are underneath my library, which you can get to very easily. And then the other products and services, if you're still thinking and you're wanting to maybe go a different direction, go back to store to see the different services and different membership levels that we have. If you'd like to learn more about who we've helped and how we've helped them, you can always go back to the store, and we have an awesomeness report, which we have testimonials from numerous members telling how the training's helped them, what we've been able to do with them, you know, with their study to help them get the confidence that they need to get through the check ride. And we've had, you know, some really, really awesome success. Now we'll take a look at one of the sections with Gary. This has been helpful for a lot of people, and not only just for commercial, but also for one of our CFI students we just did, Holly Gardell. She really liked watching the stuff that I did with Gary. We sit down and do some classroom, and I ask him random questions, see how he answers, kind of help him with just a little bit of guidance on how to answer and how to take our time. We show you all the things we're doing, getting ready for the test, you know, making the point that a lot of it is really about being prepared and having the proper amount of time to have everything ready a day or two before the check ride, to be able to go in with that to that check ride with confidence that everything's done, all the flying's done. The worst thing is to be down at the last minute trying to finish up things the night before. That is the absolute worst feeling. So that's just a quick rundown on what we have that's in the commercial section. Again, the commercial specific stuff, the private pilot stuff, so you can go back and review certain areas if you need to, the original modules 1 through 10. We also have helicopter specific information. We have sections on the R-22, R-44, and the Enstrom, and these are add-ons to the membership. So we'll go to that page and I'll show you what that takes. The page that you're on now, the video that you're watching, this is what the page that you should see. So here's for just the commercial, and then down the side is for the R-22, the R-44, and the Enstrom add-ons. In those sections, we go through the POH for those specific aircraft, help you learn limitations, help you learn emergencies, help you learn aircraft-specific stuff so that you can also be not only ready for your check ride, but be a safe and prudent pilot by knowing as much as you can about the aircraft. And we know that on a commercial check ride, they're going to hit emergencies, and they're going to hit limitations, and they're going to hit performance. I mean, anything is game on the commercial, but at the commercial level, they're really going to dig into the things that are going to be more common for you to get into because you're going to be flying more. They're going to be flying on hotter days when the weather isn't as good. You're going to ask more out of the aircraft that you're flying. So going into it, you know, that check ride we just did with Gary, the examiner said, hey, make sure he knows emergencies. Make sure he knows limitations. Make sure he knows Part 119, what he can and can't do as a commercial pilot. So these are the things that you're going to really need to be honing in on the commercial, along with everything that you learned for the private. So I suggest you hit the purchase offer button to get started with us today. And I want to show you something once you hit the purchase offer button. I want you to note down near the bottom of the page, yes, add me to your mailing list. We have that on there because we want to stay compliant with the new spam laws. And if you don't want to receive emails from us, don't check the box. But if you don't check that, we're not going to send you emails with updates, live events. We're not going to bother you with email. So if you want to hear from us and would like to know about when things are updated and things we have going on, make sure and click that box there. And also, again, here showing you our 100% money back guarantee. And then here's one of our members taking a commercial check ride today. We'll be hearing from her soon. I'm also going to be working with her on the CFI, and she's going to actually do some filming for us, which will go into the CFI section, which is going to be cool. So I'm not going to make you sit here and sit any longer through the video. That's the essence of what we have. If you have any questions at all and you're not sure, send me an email at kenny@helicopterground.com. I'll respond to you as fast as I can. You're also more than welcome to text me at 574-453-7669. That's probably a faster way to reach me. My ringer is off pretty much all day because you can imagine I'm into audio video. I work every day and I work alone a majority of the time. My ringer is off. I can't have the ringer on my phone going off in the middle of me doing presentations. You know, it's hard enough to get rolling and make progress, and it's always you're in a really good moment when you're doing something really great and then the phone's going off. So I rarely answer the phone. Best way is email and or text, and I'll get back to you right away. Last thing I would say, it's a burden on us again. There is no real risk. You try out the training, see if it's right for you. If it's not what you are really looking for and it's not going to work, simple email that you'd like a refund, no questions asked, that's it. So purchase offer, get started with us today, and we'll see you on the inside of Helicopter Online Ground School.